One. Well, good afternoon. It's Caroline Stevens, Seeking the Truth. On this afternoon's show, I've got Alex JB from the Czech Republic. Now, we've been talking off air about the plans that the Illuminati, via our government, have got for the people of the UK, and similarly, it's the same in Czech Republic. All these governments are puppet governments. So they are carrying out the will of the elites. And many of those people in the government are the elite themselves. Now, people are looking to America for help and think that the president, POTUS, is going to save the day. But America, just like Great Britain, probably just like Australia as well, all these countries are moving towards a digitized currency. So that does not help the people in any shape or form. And the POTUS wouldn't be there if the Illuminati didn't want him to be there. So he is kept there by the elites. So you can't bite the hand that feeds you. That is something so fundamental. We learn through school, we learn through our employment relationships. So, Alex, over to you. What are we going to talk about this afternoon? Because I know you've sent me an email, and which I've only unfortunately just read because it went to my spam box, and it was sent by Deborah Tavares. So we're going to delay that particular item till maybe tomorrow.
Yes, I have got quite a lot of information from Deborah Tavares and also other people, and I haven't read this one either. It's 28 pages, but I mentioned what is it's about the information. It's about COVID, 5G, chemtrail syndrome, so that the virus, coronavirus, the new one, how it influences us together with other things like 5G, negative things, and chemtrailing that we were talking about yesterday.
Yes.
So we were talking with Caroline about that. We will read it till tomorrow, and that we will discuss it. And also there are a lot of other information that we get every day, new information. And so I have to check also if it's 100% true. For example, here in Czech language, I have read about a Slovak medical doctor who is a psychiatrist but works in Spain, and that she would have said that patients with coronavirus infection who are in the hospitals or in ward and are over 75 years, so that they get some kind of drug to keep them calm or even like tranquilizers, so that the people practically die. It sounds almost like euthanasia.
Yes.
And she wants to say that there are so many patients with this virus, so that they have to do priorities. So I will check it up and maybe even call to the embassy if this is true.
Well, I've got a friend. Can I interrupt? Sorry to interrupt. Can I just say that a gentleman sent me a voice recording of a friend of his from Spain, and to this morning, and this Spanish lady says, we are on total lockdown. We have now a situation in the hospitals when they've been saying, oh, the Spanish hospital system is so wonderful for the expats. Well, in actual fact, everybody's taken up, and say if 10 people come in with the coronavirus, they actually have to choose the 5 people possibly the 5 youngest people, the 5 people who have less complications than the other 5. They're actually already, so when you say about euthanasia, they are making choices already in countries like Spain.
Yeah, and I'm thinking here also we have 2 dead people. The first one was a 95-year-old man with other
complications.
Diseases. So they say almost that he hasn't died because of the virus, but that he died with the virus. So, yeah, he was just infected. But what I saw in the television when they talked about this man, and I'm speaking about Česká televize, Czech television that is paid by the people, like your BBC, you are supposed to pay every month
for the license.
It's the same here. And what they are using is a lot of disinformation, of course. It's directly the propaganda from the head of the Illuminati. Total lies they use and hate speeches against if they want to provoke some conflict. And they use coded language. One of the real epidemics here are satanic ritual killings. And they are coding these killings.
Yeah.
Even of young people. But when they announced the death of this patient, you could see on the wall number 2222. 22 means Lucifer, or how you call him. You can find the name, you can use the name that you want. But like Lucifer, Satan. So when this Czech television, on the so-called news from yesterday, were talking about him, on the wall you could see 2222. What did they wanted to say? That they killed him? I mean, why is the number there? The usual number 2222, and that they used. And then it was other like codes that was maybe that do they want to say that they have killed him? And then in the newspaper today was about the second patient that was from that was maybe 45, but he has cancer. So he was maybe terminal, I don't know, but
they're going to put the blame on coronavirus.
Yes, and again, when you saw the code, because even the mainstream newspapers here, the people are also educated in this coded language, and they are involved in satanic ritual sacrificing. It's the same in your country, even if you don't know it, and it's the same in the United States. From there, I have learned the coded language. It was the Americans that taught me. But again, it was again these codes, and he was from a place there before they have killed 8 people. So I believe the Illuminati often do so that when they have killed or done something somewhere, they want to repeat it somehow, maybe 70 years later or 1 year later. But you see that they have done this, for example, 70 years ago, and now they do it again. So we had a case here during Eastern that maybe we can do a program about, because a woman was ritually murdered at the same time when the Notre Dame fire occurred, and it was actually also fire in Jerusalem on Temple Mount, I believe, and also they sacrificed there the same day. They sacrificed an animal there ritually, like a ceremony, the same day as the fire on Notre Dame. But I mean, they have killed here a woman ritually, and it was 120 years before, at the same time, the same Eastern holiday, that they have killed it was a well-known case then, so now they repeat it, and it was 120 years later. And if you understood what was like the killing these 120 years ago, you understand that it's the same. It's the repetition of the Illuminati that gives them somehow power. So she was sacrificed. So it's that, and also you said that the people in the government, that they are like puppets. They have tried to kill the president of this country several times last year, in the end of last year, the second half. They were not successful because there are people that are blocking the efforts of the Illuminati.
Why are they trying to kill the Prime Minister or the President of the Czech Republic?
The President, because he is not a puppet. I don't mean that he is totally perfect for Czech people, because he doesn't have information that he should have. But at least he is not one of the puppets. But others are in the government. And what I would like to say, for example, the Prime Minister has a speech yesterday, and today he said something also which was important. He works for the Illuminati, obviously, and yesterday he had a speech. The time would be 8 p.m., 7 minutes past 8 p.m., which says something to those who understand the code. 8 is New World Order, is the code of New World Order or in eternity, and 7 is the code of God. He came, the video is so that he has a black mask with red around. Black and red is the colors of satanic sacrifice. So the Illuminati knows that, and many people know that as well. So he had mask in red and black. Then the video starts. He starts to speak in 29 seconds. The video is black. Nothing happens.
Oh, you're talking about our Prime Minister?
Our.
Your Prime Minister.
He is actually Slovak. He's not even Czech. So I don't know if you can speak about high treason against the countryman. He's Slovak. And it starts in 29 seconds. He started to speak. And 2 plus 9 is 11. It's for the Illuminati like 9/11. So he's telling us. And then he says everything opposite, like, then he mean, when they say peace, they mean World War III. It's like that with the Illuminati. So he showed there, like in the coded language, what they are up to. And also in the Czech television yesterday, the news at 7 p.m., the finance minister, a woman, walks out in black clothing, and exactly in minute 22 and 22 seconds, 22, she opens a gate in the picture. Those who understand, it's opening of the gate for Lucifer, Yeah. It's coded. And then she has black, which is death, and on, do you say necklace? And so she has a cross. The cross is black, and what I see, I believe that I see right. She has a little X over in the middle of the cross. She has a little X. X means the Antichrist. So she is also telling us something. And on 12th of January 2017, they sacrificed a girl from Czech Republic. They took her to to Paris for a ritual sacrifice, like Diana was ritually sacrificed in Paris. Paris is Par-Isis. Paris, the old name of Paris, is Par-Isis, and Isis is the goddess Isis, which they say the Illuminati is the mother of Osiris, and Osiris is like Satan. So Isis, they say, is the mother of Satan. They say it themselves in their videos. It's not me who is saying that. So they sacrificed this girl, and if you would watch the Czech television, the date, 12th of January 2017, so you see that there is something about a story about about a devil, and you see horns, devil, and exactly in 22 minutes, 22 seconds, the door is shutting like down, and the Illuminati knows that it means that the girl was killed. It was a full moon, 12th of January 2017. She was 12 years old, and guess who killed her? Whom did they pick? Who did pick a girl from Czech Republic to the head of Illuminati? NATO.
Right, okay.
What they are involved in.
Yeah, child trafficking.
Child trafficking, organ trafficking, gun running, drug running for the Illuminati. And it's what we are paying for. And now they are after us. But also today, the Prime Minister, he has a speech for, like in Parliament, and he speaks about God, praying for God. So they are preparing that this country will be led by the head of Illuminati, who is the one world leader. So they are preparing hard for can you imagine a prime minister of this country is actually working with people against us with this corona and everything? If you open mouth, you go to jail. They are threatening, like you spreading rumors or something like that. You are not allowed to help the other people, like here in Czech Republic or anywhere else. You are not allowed to help them even for free, even without salary. They have salaries and what they are doing. And it's the same with the Interior Minister. He comes out in a red sweater, which is satanic ritual sacrifice color, and is speaking like openly, giving speech. And it's now so trendy that they walk around in red clothes. Satanic ritual sacrifice. They are planning to kill us. And these people are involved. And what I have said to you all, and so that the man who was saying on behalf of the Illuminati on the internet that the coronavirus was produced in laboratory, it's a bioweapon spread by the, like, for the Illuminati, and that the reason is to cause global collapse of economy. I have been trying to get him arrested last summer already. So I have all the documentation, and now they are trying to come after me and put me in jail. You hear that we have a man here who probably worked for police, Czech police, who probably, I suspect, with what I saw on his computer, that he works for military. It's NATO, and he is an IT expert. So do you understand what we have in our hands as a documentation against them? We can get all, for example, all the damages, economic damages in your country. You know how many businesses are supposed to go down, all this covered by the Illuminati, because I have this documentation. And
Well,
I have done...
Oh, sorry. I don't know how many small businesses there are in this country, but I would hazard a guess, come September, the number of self-employed people will have decreased dramatically, and it wouldn't surprise me if they start imposing more regulations. We haven't as yet left the European Union. We're still living in a transition period, so it would be very easy, even if our government blamed the EU, but the government is also producing legislation like the coronavirus bill this week, which is totally draconian in outlook. So I don't think our government cares anymore whether people blame the EU or the people in the government, because they are possibly going to produce rules to ensure that they stay in our parliament for another 10 years. That's what was mooted when Boris Johnson took over. So they can, I mean, who would have known that they would produce something like the coronavirus bill and allow just one person to sign for the dead? How would we have ever believed? We would never believe possible that person in charge of the Treasury, where you have to, with all organisations, you have to have at least 2 signatories, that now we're going to have regulations which just allow one person to sign. I mean, the people of Great Britain are sleepwalking into a disaster because literally the lunatics have taken over the asylum. They have taken charge totally. They have total control of us now. One person is in charge of the UK, and that's Boris Johnson. And he is a Bilderberger. So he is a puppet of the Illuminati. He is part of the Illuminati group. The Bilderbergers are part of it. They are like, I suppose in some cases, they're the foot soldiers.
Yes, and I'm sorry for the sound. It's nothing that I'm doing. It's they are disturbing this on my side, so I have to mute myself. So I'm sorry. Yes, absolutely. And also, what I would like to say, you said that Donald Trump was like their puppet. Yes, but they didn't want him to be elected. It was at least little bit that we got a little bit slowing them down by that. I was involved in what was happening before he was inaugurated, so I know who.
They wanted Clinton, didn't they? They wanted Hillary Clinton to win.
Absolutely. Then and others also, but they were like taken out one after one. And then when they understood that Hillary Clinton would not be elected, she was not possible to be elected. People would not elect her. So they gave that idea up. They made, it was some show that she was they put her in some car. It looked a little bit fake. So I don't know if you remember that she was like fainting or so.
Yes.
It was little bit staged. It was too much. But so that they decided that they will have Donald Trump until the day before the inauguration. They were planning a false flag in New York, and he would be damaged, and by that, and therefore Obama would stay in office. It was their plan. But the attack that they were planning the day before inauguration was blocked, and he was inaugurated, and some of the top Illuminati left a message to Pastor Lindsey William, that God has intervened so that Trump was elected and not so. So it was quite funny for me to hear that people believe that it was God who intervened and got Trump elected. And I don't mean that he is perfect. Of course, he is also theirs, but not like what we would have if Hillary Clinton won't be here. You can find still old videos on the internet of the Lie Killers, the original, the Illuminati YouTube channel Lie Killers, and they say that on 23rd of September 2017, among other things, that we will see Nibiru, that the king, one world leader, would show up. But they say also that the internet will be shut down for us. So, look, we have at least worked against their plan, because it's almost how many years? It's 3 years.
Over 2.5 years now, yeah.
And I have at least that. And now there are many more of us who can see this and their methods and also their plan, because the plan that they have for themselves, what they want to achieve. If you understand what they want, somehow, even if I'm not on their side, I understand why they are working so hard, because it's like they want to have the society for themselves, the planet, the elites, and the remain people would be only slaves, total slaves. It would be better to be that than this type of slave that they have described, and that they have described their utopia, what they want this for themselves. So I can understand why they are trying so hard, and we can talk about the plan another time so that people understand, even if it sounds strange. So
to finish off with, then, how should we finish off?
I would like to say two more things. That here, two people are accused of crime. One has changed his underwear, a man in a shop, and didn't pay for the new underwear. So he's risking 8 years of prison, because it's these times of state of need. So he would be charged much more, 8 years. And another one who was, and it's the court in the same district, the same town, where the man I have talked about, that he was threatening with global economy collapse and World War III. This man that I was talking about, that I believe worked for police and was threatening that the Illuminati will provoke Third World War, a terrorist attack, and that they will spread COVID, and they have done it later also, and they will cause global economy collapse. This man is from the exact town where they are now charging somebody who could get 8 years in prison, because he has stolen in a garage something of value of 400 Czech crowns. It's like a few of your money. 400 Czech crowns, it's certainly less than 40 of your pounds, less than that. And he could get 8 years in prison, because he has stolen it in the times of the need. And what I want to say, that in the same region they have a man that is involved in these organizations that have produced the virus and spread the virus. He is a speaker for them in the very same town. As you understand, the total bizarre thinking. Somebody steal, I don't want to, it's not good to steal things, but like to steal something that is of value of a couple of 100 crowns, and somebody who is speaker for the Illuminati and threatening with terrorism and killing all people in Czech Republic and practically and hate speech, and so he gets nothing. He probably works for for the authorities. So it's bizarre.
So somebody who has committed such a tiny crime could get put away for 8 years.
In these times of
what was the person? What did the person have in the garage that cost 400 Czech crowns?
Some tool, just some tool.
I've heard this happen in America as well. I was talking to a lady who was having to fight her own legal cases in America. It seems to me that it's not about presidents so much in a way, or it's our court system, it's the system of justice. The system of justice all seems to emanate from the City of London, and a lot of people from abroad have their cases heard in the City of London, and the trouble is our court system is 100% corrupt.
Yeah, and the last, I would also like to say that we can watch what's going on in the United States, because from there comes very strange reports. I don't know if it's true. It sounds like preparation for military overtake.
Military.
Yeah. Like I don't know what's true, so I don't want to spread any rumors, but it's some information that I also want to check until tomorrow. What is that? It's like that the military would take over
a military coup, a potential military coup.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I don't know if what is true in that. So I want to check up it.
Well, if there's anybody watching from America who's connected militarily, if they could let us know through some route or other, some avenue, we would like to know. We don't want to spread wrong information, but the people do deserve the right to know the truth. So on that point, Alex, how shall we finish off?
Yeah, I suggest, as I said yesterday, like, for example, that we would have put a line, and, for example, no chemtrailing from 10th of April, what we said yesterday, I believe, 2020, and that we should somehow work to give our rules, this is illegal, absolutely illegal. So if you take the authorities in your country, in my country, and put them, what are you doing, and put them like they should be able at least stop the chemtrailing, number one, and then we can continue with other work against other crimes, against the hard crimes, against the Blue Beam plan, and against this overtake one world government. And so
we should have to produce. Can you help produce a template that we need to send to everybody for them to send on?
Yeah, my English is very bad, as you know, so maybe we could help each other, but like these 2-3 weeks that we should work hard, because otherwise they shut down internet and everything for us. They are quite desperate now also. So
yes,
and there are.
I mean, they say. Yeah. Well, I mean, they say, don't they, that with the Q, if you were following Q, they say, oh, everything will be revealed at Easter. But that's a two-edged sword, because we in the financial world and sort of who's following the Illuminati, they have let it be known that there will be a crash at Easter. So which do you believe? Are you going to believe the Illuminati when they have been proved right so many times before? Or are you going to believe somebody who works in the White House that nobody's ever seen? Although you know what I mean?
I don't work with belief. I like what I believe. When I see something that is developing, I just block it, or I just write my so-called warning, and at least I delay, so that I'm not sure what one can accomplish with our weapons. I know what they want, but so that it's not for sure that they will be allowed to crush the economy now. It's not sure. And I am just working, and one has to work quite hard, and I can explain another time how I'm doing it. And we have changed history with this. They are changing history, and we are like two parts. And I can talk about it later, but so that even if their plan would be to crash the economy 31st of March, or this weekend, or like Eastern, it's not sure that we will allow it. I'm not sitting on my behind doing nothing and just watching, no. And I don't live with fear. I live with hope. And look, we still have internet, at least that. So if we have some plan, and we have to know their plan. So you have to know yourself, you have to know your enemy. If you know that, it's much easier to fight them. So it's not hopeless at all for us. Absolutely not.
Yeah. Forearmed is forewarned, though. Or forewarned is forearmed, I should say. So thank you, Alex. I look forward to our chat tomorrow. We've got some research to do now, between now and then. We don't want to mislead the general public in any shape or form. We are not. We just collect the information, and we have to use discernment. That's all we can do.
Yes.
And rely on God.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Alex, and thanks to everybody at home. Please do share this video. There's possibly a lot for maybe to be taken in one go, but rest assured, we cannot now sit on our bottoms, as Alex said. We cannot sit on our laurels. That is the posh term, I think. But then laurels opens up another can of worms, doesn't it, Alex? We won't even go and talk about laurels. I'll see you tomorrow. I might do a monologue tonight. Stay tuned. Again, I need to do so much research before I go live, and it is hard work. But anyway, somebody's got to do it. Thank you. Please share the video. See you tomorrow, Alex. Goodbye for now.
Bye-bye.